pleasure to have you on the programme. We now move over to South Asia for our next story, where Bangladesh has opened a trial against former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, who remains a fugitive after fleeing to India last year. Speaking before the country's International Crimes Tribunal, Mohammed Tajul Islam, chief prosecutor, told the court that after closely examining the evidence, they concluded it was a coordinated, widespread and systematic attack. The case stems from a wave of student-led protests that swept the country between July and August of 2024. Events that brought an end to Hasina's 15 years in power. According to the United Nations, up to 1,400 people were killed in the crackdown. Hasina, now 77, has rejected the allegations, calling them politically motivated. She escaped to India by helicopter at the height of the unrest and has refused to comply with a Bangladeshi extradition order. And in a separate development, the Supreme Court has reinstated the registration of the Jamaat-e-Islami, the country's largest Islamist party. Jamaat had been barred from politics for over a decade under Hasina's government, but with the court's ruling, it can now officially contest elections again. Jamaat-e-Islami party lawyer Kashmir Monir said the Supreme Court's decision would allow a democratic, inclusive and multi-party system in the Muslim-majority country of 170 million people. We're now joined by Shoaib Chowdhury, who is a Bangladeshi journalist, and he's located in the capital of Dhaka. Shoaib, thank you very much for joining us on the programme. I'm just wondering, I want to start with Sheikh Hasina's trial starting, obviously extradited. She is in exile in India. What does the opening of this trial signal about the current political climate in Bangladesh?
Thank you very much, Thomas. As we have seen this is for the first time, unprecedented, that trial has been put on live broadcast in the national TV channels, which clearly proves that this is not a trial. This is the vendetta of Muhammad Yunus and his Islamist jihadist cronies against Sheikh Hasina.
Yes.
On the other hand, these charges that were brought by the ICT against Sheikh Hasina, these are absolutely and totally politically charged, because Yunus is accusing Sheikh Hasina of killing hundreds of people. On the other hand, according to the United Nations Human Rights Commission's report, Chapter 6, there has been murder of police officers, Hindus, religious minorities in this country when Yunus took oath. So no one is talking about that part of the crime committed directly by Yunus. Secondly, that in many cases there have been murder charges brought against Sheikh Hasina, cases filed with the ICT, and later those dead people, they walked out of the grave. So these are practically a tremendous drama going on in Bangladesh under the watch of Yunus and his illegal regime. On the other hand, as you have mentioned, that the High Court has restored the activities of Jamaat-e-Islami. Jamaat-e-Islami was banned by Hasina government, and I personally think that Yunus is actually having two options on his table cards. One is never to hold election, at least not to hold election until December 2027 or maybe in next 5 years. On the other hand, he's having another card. If he is compelled to hold the election by December this year, he will have the election jointly with Jamaat-e-Islami, not Awami League. He has banned Awami League. And according to my information, tomorrow Yunus is holding a meeting with the Bangladesh, one of the two top political parties, Bangladesh Nationalist Party, BNP, to offer something to negotiate that BNP, Jamaat, and Yunus newly launched NCP and other small parties, they share the seats in the parliament and hold a kind of the engineered election. So the whole process from starting from the so-called trial of Sheikh Hasina in the ICT to this restoration of Jamaat Islami's activities, these are the all broader plans of Yunus to prolong his tenure in this country and stay in power by hook or crook.
Yes, and obviously you have mentioned about the reinstatement of the Jamaat-e-Islami party, Shoaib. But how significant is the reintroduction of this party? Is this a step towards greater pluralism, or do you think, or could this be a risky political shift?
Thomas, you know that you and I both know that what is happening in Bangladesh, it is already under the watch of the international community. And also you know that Yunus has been trying to destabilize India by through numerous ways. At the same time, he is on the process of granting transit facilities to Arakan army to supply weapons and etc. So Yunus is practically pushing forward, as I said, an election under an interior election, or remain in power without election, or he wants to turn Bangladesh into the newest ground of transnational proxy wars. So, but so far, sitting in Dhaka, what I understand that Yunus is nervous, and that's why he's desperately pushing forward those things. And especially, as I said, in the history of Bangladesh, never before a trial was put on live broadcast in the national broadcast network. So it shows that Yunus is definitely very nervous, very, very nervous. And as you know, that on the 11th of this month, he's going to UK, United Kingdom, to receive the so-called Harmony Award from King Charles III. So I think these are all his attempts of remaining in power and whitewashing his illegal activities. But at the end of the day, I don't think Yunus can sustain.
Yes, Shoaib Chowdhury, thank you very much for joining us on the